Hey guys, today I want to show you why trading without a plan just isn't smart. I've done it over the past 30 years, many times, and many times it hasn't worked. If you've seen my reversal strategy videos, a few of you have asked, does that only work with Qs or does it only work with SPY or another average or only with large stocks or only in this situation or that situation? I want to show you if you have a structured strategy that works, in most cases, that strategy should transfer to a number of stocks and a number of situations. And I want to show you kind of an extreme situation today, trading news. I know a lot of people like to trade stocks that have news. So I want to show you how the reversal strategy works on a stock that has news. Hims and Hers, HIMS, had news today. And let me set that up for you and then jump into the trade. If you follow this stock, or even if you don't follow this stock, you know that today Novo Nordisk announced that they would be canceling their deal with Hims. So they wouldn't be selling Wegovy, I'm not sure how to say it, through Hims. And as you can see, this is the daily chart. Hims had closed on Friday at 64 and change and opened up today in this $48 range. Let's drop down to the 2-minute chart, and the red line is the 20 simple moving average. I'm going to bring this up so we can see it easily. So what we're talking about is a stock that's gotten hammered, and I see this over and over again in traders. I think it's going to do this. I think it's going to do that. I think since the news is really bad, I just want to be shorted. I think that I'm going to try to catch this falling knife, although you don't phrase it that way when you're thinking it in your head. You think, oh, I'm going to catch the bottom and get a big bounce on this. Just trade a plan. Like, let's look at the reversal strategy in this stock. The stock is moving lower because of what I just said. It gets hammered. We wait for the 20 to catch up. This is not the reversal strategy, right? Because it's in a downtrend. It's at the 20 and you're getting a move lower. So this is a strategy you could play, a power bar off the 20 lower, but it's not the reversal strategy, again, that I've gone over in a couple of videos. You get a move lower and then a power bar, but the power bar is not at the 20. So this isn't a reversal strategy and there's nothing to play here. I'm going to widen it out just a touch. You get a move back to the 20 and now you're getting the reversal setup, right? You're in a downtrend. Now you're at the 20, the stock's caught back up or the 20's caught up with the stock. You get a power bar move. And this again is the strategy I've gone over in several videos, and I have a cheat sheet on how to execute this strategy. I'll link it in the description for this video. But you're looking for a power bar, a base, and then you buy coming out of that base. That's your buy trigger right there. Your stop is now the bottom of the base. So that's your stop. Now, on a trade like this, with a stock that is beaten up so badly and the news is very negative, I'm not looking for a huge bounce higher on this kind of play, right? I'm always looking at the setup first, a well-defined setup, but I'm also cognizant of the context, like what's going on. Why is the stock down like this? If this deal is canceled, and I'm sure there are going to be lawsuits about it, but if this deal is canceled, it's bad news for Hims. So again, I'm not looking for super profitable move higher in the stock, but you get almost a 2R. Your risk here is right around like 50, 60 cents. And you end up getting close to $1 on this move higher. And on a move like that, I'm going to have a tight stop at 2R in particular. And because it's a move higher against the overall trend, again, I'm not looking for a home run here. So then on to the next setup, we return to the 20, drop through. This is a debatable power bar. It's not a great setup. And I did a video as well on, when the setup's not perfect. This setup's not perfect, but remember the context again, right? The news is very negative. So I'm going to be more prone to short a stock like this with negative news. So in this case, even though it's not like a big power bar move through the 20, it is a move through the 20. You get this bounce back to the 20 and set up a base, right? You don't go above the 20 and you set up a fairly short base, which is what I'm looking for in this reversal trade. So now we have an uptrend. This is the beginning of the reversal setup. We get the power bar semi move lower through the 20, a bounce back close to the 20, but not through. And again, it can move a little bit through, but nothing through in this case. And then a move lower. And that's the trigger for getting into the short. You've got your 20 moving lower now. It's rolled over and you get a nice sell-off and a nice move lower. This time around, your risk is this, and it's a little less than 50 cents. And you end up with a move lower from 45 to 42, depending on how you take profit and what that looks like for you. Like I said, you could have gotten up to 3 points, but in any case, you ended up with a nice profit on this short. So even though the stock had news, because again, I know, some traders don't want to trade the Qs or don't want to trade SPY and are looking to trade news, which isn't a bad strategy because a lot of times with news, you get movement. And that as a trader, obviously, that's what you need is movement. So trading news is a very viable strategy. But when you're doing that, when you're trading news or doing any other big picture strategy, remember you can bring structured trades to that strategy. It doesn't have to be I'm going to see if I can pick the bottom on this stock, or the news is really bad again, so I'm only going to play this to the short side, right? We had 2 setups in HIMS today, one a buy setup and one a sell setup, and they both worked. So I just don't see the point in stressing about guessing, right? When you're trading, if you can use a setup, whether it's a clearly defined technical setup like this, or some discretionary, defined setup that you have from somewhere else. There are tons of setups on the internet that you can find, but you have to take those setups and apply them to the situation, no matter what the situation is. And like I said at the beginning of this video, if you have a good setup, it should transfer to most situations and be playable in most stocks that you're going to define. So next time you jump into a new stock, bring that structure with you. And if the chart gives you a setup, take the setup. And again, with movement in a stock that has news, it's often amplified and you can often get more profit than you can on a stock that's not moving. So if you haven't seen, again, the video on the reversal strategy, I'll have a link to that in the description as well. Please go check that one out to get a full walkthrough of this structure of this particular trade that I'm describing. And if this video is helpful for you, I'd appreciate a like and any comments. I try to answer all of them. And thanks for watching.